stuff, okay? So when we set it up like this, we know the kilograms will cancel out, which leaves us with the square root of meters squared over seconds squared. Now remember, you got to do this to both of the units over here, okay? So if I take the square root of meters squared, that gives me meters. If I take the square root of seconds squared, that gives me seconds. And we know that velocity is actually in units of meters per second. So our unit analysis works out, okay? So now we'll go ahead and erase this, and we'll just quickly do a practice problem, all right? And we're going to make this one a little simpler because we've already done the work of figuring out what equation we need to use, all right? And also, just to clarify, when we do our problems, right, we're going to be using the same steps that we do for solving a word problem. So we are going to read the problem and write down what's given, our knowns and unknowns. So we're going to do the second problem under the kinetic energy section. So it says, if a 3 kilogram dodgeball hits one of the players with a kinetic energy of 70 joules, what speed was the dodgeball moving? All right. Now we know if anything has kilograms, only kilograms, then that's a mass. All right. Let the units tell you what the variable is. Okay. This is in joules. We know that when we're working with kinetic energy is in joules. All right. And then it said, what speed was the dodgeball moving? When we're talking about speed, that's a question of velocity, speed, okay? So we can put V there. So we're looking for V. Now we know the equation for kinetic energy is KE equals 1/2 mv squared. And through all the work we just did, which you can redo that algebra, right? We know that 2KE over m, take the square root of it, is going to equal V. All right. Now we can plug and chug. All right. Plug in all our variables. So we got 2 times KE, which is 70 joules. All right. All divided by m, the mass, which is 3 kilograms. All right. And take the square root of all of that is going to equal V. All right. So that's going to equal 140 joules up top, still 3 kilograms on the bottom. Now we already broke apart joules and showed how the kilograms cancel out, okay? So that would be 140 divided by 3. That's going to equal 46.67 meters squared per second squared. All right, that's going to equal V. So now we have to take the square root of that. So the square root of 46.67 equals 6.83 meters per second. That's going to be the velocity of the dodgeball. All right. So in short, just make sure to treat it like any other word problem. Okay, just break it down. Write your knowns and unknowns, the equation, rearrange your equation, and then plug and chug. We know what kinetic energy is. We were able to figure out what each variable means. Don't forget to use the definition of what a joule is so that you can cancel out the units and end up coming to the right units as you continue to solve the problem. All right, thanks, and have a great one. Thanks for tuning in.